And Zeller kicks to Thomas. Clock at 4. And the rejection by Noel. And now Philadelphia on the break. And Iverson throws it down.
Some hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Austin with the ball. 76ers getting the bucket. It's Lee, top of the key. Zeller passes to Lee. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas. The 76ers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Iverson outside. Over to the wing. He tries for 3. Zeller grabs the board. The Celtics have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Now here's Iverson. He's got 9. That drops.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Boston making some changes. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Tyler Zeller, and it's Johnson in for Lee. The 76ers also with a sub. Hollis Thompson's checked in for Jakar Sampson. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's good.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
There's the pick. Cannon, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Now in the lineup for the 76ers, Ezail
Iverson outside. Clock at 6. Lets it go. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Turner. Thomas a screen. Passes it to Crowder. Left side Thomas. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Cannon. Covington kicks to Noel. He's looking for Iverson and finds him. Cannon from long range. Can't get it to go. And it's Boston the other way. And they're starting off the season playing the 76ers here.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Here's Cannon. And it's Covington atop the key. They set the pick. On the wing, Iverson. And he can't bank that one in. Thomas goes in, kicks it out to Johnson. Outside Thomas. Shoots the 3, and that one's good. Crowder's got 6 in the quarter.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Free throw drops for Covington. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Your Repco's checked in for Turner.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Covington dishes to Grant. Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Grant. Johnson with the block. And here is Thomas. Sullinger, a screen on Noel. And Thomas, here we go. Stolen by Thompson. Cannon, the pass to Noel. He kicks to Cannon. Back to Noel. Down low, Thompson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, let's take a look at where Boston ended up, Kevin, last year in the league rankings. 4th in assists, 8th in steals. And they were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And from those assist numbers, you can see this was a very unselfish team. Their passing was really infectious and made them a tough team to defend.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Mickey's checked in for Johnson. And Bradley's subbed in for Crowder. Right side, Thomas. In the corner, Bradley with it. Lets it go with a 3. The shot no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. It's stolen by Sullinger. It's stolen by Stauskas. Grant outside. He dishes it to Thompson. Here's Holmes. Good D by Sullinger.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Sullinger the screen. Here's your Repco. He's covered by Grant. And Sullinger kicks to Bradley. Just 5 to shoot. There's a screen. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Puts up a 3. No good.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
That's his second personal foul.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
That one is off.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
Bill Pressey's checked in for the 76ers. One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
Here's Thomas. 76ers getting the bucket. The 9-foot shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Celtics lead by 1. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backboard.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Pressey dishes to Grant. Here's Holmes, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Fourth, the 76ers.
I don't think you can ever underestimate the effect that a few block shots can have on your opponent. I mean, it can get into your head as an offensive player. You're going in there thinking you've got a clear path, and then you see the ball going behind you in reverse. I mean, that could be major intimidation and affect your game.
Lee's checked in for Boston. The 76ers also with a sub. Sampson's checked in. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Mickey. There's 1:47 left in the first half of the game. Grant the pass to Stauskas. Out to the right wing. Pressey kicks to Grant. But they get it back. Pass to Sampson. 5 to shoot. The 76ers with another miss. Boston's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And taking a look now at stats for Isaiah Thomas, how he performed last season. Put up about 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half. To the left side wing. Outside Bradley. Pick by Zeller. They set the pick. Jerebko kicks to Bradley. To the left wing. For the 3. Jerebko can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Offensive rebound. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Holmes.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Zeller, and the layup is good. Zeller's got his first bucket of the night.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And the pass to Holmes. It's hauled in by Thomas. Bradley drives in. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Celtics leading by 3. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
David, you guys struggled a bit early on. Tell us what changed as that first half progressed.
Well, once again, it's all going to be about our defense. We didn't have a great shooting half, and we're still in the ballgame. It's just a matter of us getting stops and rebounds. We did that better in the second quarter.
Hanging tough by virtue of your defense, David. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
One advantage has been their stellar rebounding. I mean, they're putting bodies on people, competing for the ball. It's simple, really. The team with more possessions has more opportunities to score. Wow.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful. nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell him stop shooting the three. Pass, cut.